Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us. K&A Custom Crafts on Facebook.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. If you smell what the Coast to Coast Entertainment Network is cooking, that's right. You know why? Because what we want you to do as fans, because you're watching another episode of Between the Ropes, we want you to acknowledge us. Acknowledge us. All right, but before we go ahead and get started, how about I introduce to you the guys that are running the show tonight. That's right. We have Mr. Mess Around Dave. How's it going tonight?
I am great. Another great day of football. I'm ready to talk some wrestling and draft stuff, so let's go.
Absolutely. And then, of course, we have Mr. Chris and P and Bacon. How is it going tonight?
Going good. Glad to be back. And like Mess Around said, good day of football. Here to talk wrestling and in the day off.
The day off of wrestling. This is awesome. Okay, so Chris, we know that this week on Friday Night Smackdown started. Hi, Amy saying hi. So hello, Amy. How's it going tonight? We know.
I was saying hi too because you didn't introduce me. So.
Oh, Dragon Viper. Well, okay, Dragon Viper. You can say hi. Go ahead and say hi.
Hello. And I'm doing good, by the way. Thanks for asking.
No problem. I didn't really want to know anyways, but
we just figured you were going to say, well, you know.
Whatever.
But that's okay. We'll introduce you anyways. All right. So anyways, we'll go ahead and get started on this awesome week of discussion that we have going. Welcome in, Christy Wilson. Christy Wilson, welcome in. Christy. Hope you had a fantastic week so far. All right. So with that, Chris, how about we go ahead and kick off a little, Monday Night Raw for us. So go ahead and kick us off.
All right. We got Monday Night Raw. First matchup is going to be Big E versus Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship, and it ended in no contest. This was the beginning match, and it will continue on later.
It was kind of interesting how they started this off, right off the bat as this being the match, the first match of the night. But, and Dragon Viper Christy Wilson saying that she loves the shirt. And if my wife actually sees that shirt, she will love it too because she's a huge Ambrose fan. So I'm just saying. So she will see that and she'll like it also. So, Dave, how about you go ahead and get us started on what your thoughts were on the first match.
You're on mute there, buddy.
You're on mute.
Yeah, it was okay. I thought it was no. It was a good match. I like how they're trying to get the Hurt Business back together, bringing the Hurt back. Lashley needs some help, so I was happy to see them get back there, give Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander more time on TV, and they weren't really being used right now, so good for them.
Yeah, I think that we were actually waiting for that to happen because people have been talking about bringing the Hurt Business back together. A lot of people actually wanted to see it because they actually thought it was kind of a good thing. So, this is the interesting thing because you saw the Hurt Business kind of get involved here. So could we potentially see at some point, could we see the Hurt Business versus New Day versus the Bloodline? I don't know. But Dragon Viper, I'm going to go to you on this. What was your first overall thoughts on this match?
My thoughts on this match, it was pretty good. It was good to see the Hurt Business come back together, and I hated that they had split up, so it's a really good to see them back together. Overall it was a good match.
And of course, welcome in Big B. There he is. So Big B, the one thing that we're talking about right now is that we're talking about, something that you've actually been wanting to see for a while. And what I'm talking about is you've been talking about how you wanted to see the Hurt Business back together for a while. And we could potentially see this. So do you think that this was the right move in this championship match, between Big E and Lashley, where it ended in a no contest with the Hurt Business? What'd you think?
If they build off of it, then yes, it was a great move. And yes, I've been talking about this since they broke up, like just called Viper say, I don't know why they didn't break up. I thought they were the hottest thing going when they were together. So I'm glad to see them back. I mean, now I just need Viper to be on his scooter and his flip-flops to be Riddle for Halloween. And I'm done for the year on my guesses.
Not happening ever.
You're done.
So keep dreaming.
You're
I'll
done.
buy the scooter.
You're done for the year on your guesses. That's funny. He's done. But I'm glad that they're actually back together, because they're not back together yet, but I do think it's coming. And so
they have the shirts on, so I would see what happens Monday.
Yeah, so I would say it's a very good possibility that they are. But we do have a few comments really here quick. So I'm saying, woohoo, Dave has his Dr. Pepper, but I don't. And then, of course, they're talking about Dragon Viper shirt. And then I'm saying, I wish they would stay split up. I hate the Hurt Business. And then Chrissy's also like, there were people on my Twitter timeline who were happy that the Hurt Business got back together. Absolutely. You know what? There's actually a lot of people who were. A lot of people wanted to see it. They were excited. Mm-hmm. They were excited when they were together. And I think that this would actually make for an excellent storyline. But overall, when it started, the very first match of the night, I thought it was interesting that they started it out with a championship match, but we know how it ended. Yeah. But
it also, New Day was also involved with it too.
Yeah, somewhat. But we also knew though that Bobby Lashley wasn't going to win this match to win the title at all. But we see, what they're trying to do. But Big B, I don't know if you caught it right before you came on, but we were talking about that. You could potentially, because the Hurt Business is back in now, you could potentially see, the Hurt Business versus New Day versus the Bloodline. That would be
no.
No, you're saying no.
I don't see it. No, I don't see it. I think you got a better chance of seeing RK Bro with Randy versus the New Day versus the Hurt Business versus the Shield. Or Bloodline, whatever you want to call it. Bloodline, whatever you want to call them.
The Shield 2.0.
Well, we know Big B wants the Shield back.
I would love to have the Shield back.
I might start liking Roman Reigns again if the Shield came back.
It doesn't matter what you like, Randy. Oh. What does your shirt say, by the way? What is that? That's not the RK Bro shirt.
No, it's the Ambrose the Saint Asylum.
Oh.
No, I told you. As soon as I went, please. It's like I said, as soon as I wore that shirt, which I did, I'm done.
I know you did.
And it's going to my mom's, or it's already gone to my mom's.
Well, anyways, Chris,
right.
What was your thoughts on that first match?
It was like you guys said, it was an interesting way of introducing the match, or to open the Friday, Monday Night Raw, and like before, this isn't going to end after the whole scuffle. They're like, it's going to end tonight. So we're going to circle back around to this later.
Oh, definitely. Okay.
Yep.
So, Chris, how about you go ahead and let us go into that next match, because we know as the night goes on, it just continues to build up and build up.
Yeah. So the second matchup is going to be Angel Garza with Roberto Carrillo. And Eric with Ivar, the Viking Raiders, and Angel Garza won.
So let me tell you, wasn't this more of like a very interesting way to go about this tag team, Angel Garza and Humberto? I never would have seen them together. I honestly never would have. But the last thing that I heard about Angel Garza for like the longest time was that Angel Garza was going to be released, but we actually see him, back now, and they're putting him in a tag team. Overall, the match, though, it looks like what they're doing with Humberto and Angel it looks like they're actually kind of building him up a little bit in a tag team. So, and I know Big B, like, really, and I know eventually, we could see them in the tag team title picture. Yeah. Eventually, we could.
No, I mean, yeah, they're built. They build them up as a team. I get that, and they could be exciting and stuff, but I don't know what they're doing with the Viking Raiders. I mean, they just, they go away, they come back, they get them a push a little bit, then they write them in, kind of these ridiculous storylines. And it just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I want to see them build up the tag team division and do what they can, but I don't understand how. I mean, you got a bigger guy going against a high flyer. Typically, the big guy's going to win. I mean, so I don't know. I didn't really care for the match. I'll take a Viper line there. It was a match I didn't care for.
Take a Viper line. We have a comment here from Christy Wilson that says, "I want the Shield back too, but I don't think it's not going to happen because as long as." As long as we'll call him John Moxley because that's his name. As long as John Moxley's happy in AEW, he's not coming back to WWE. It would take a lot to get him back in WWE.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, but
unless some reason they put Roman Reigns and Seth together and throw a third guy in there, but we won't see the original Shield back together. No.
Oh no, definitely not. All right, so Big B, since you talked on this one a little bit, Dragon Viper, I'll go to you, and I know you're probably going to back Big B on this one and go, well, the match,
You are correct, actually. I'm going to back him up on that because it wasn't a really good match at all, and all that. So I really thought it was a mismatch of a match. I mean, you're looking at Angel Garza and I mean, just he's a small guy as it is. So I thought it was a complete mismatch of the match with size. So yeah, I didn't really care for it much.
All right, mess around, Dave. How about you?
I kind of like the joined togetherness of Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. They're both high flyers. They both can really move in the ring, and it's about time they're using both of them. I mean, I really don't care for Carrillo at all, but I like Garza. I like his mic skills and his in-ring performance stuff he can do in the ring. So I'd like to see him be like a mid-card guy, maybe get a U.S. title shot down the road.
All right, so Dragon Viper, we have a question from you from one of our viewers, which is strange. Okay, this says that, and this comes from Jean Carlson. I'm assuming that's your mom.
Yeah,
I'm assuming. She's saying that reminds me. Where's my shirt?
Still getting it.
Oh, okay. Wait. So Viper's lying to us. Mom hasn't got the shirt yet.
It's getting there. It's getting there.
Oh. All right.
He lives downstairs from me, so it'll be easy.
And then, Chris, how about you? Yeah. What did you think of this tag team match?
It wasn't bad. I mean, it was a quick match. Everyone in the ring's talented, but it was an okay match, I thought.
An okay match. You have some high flyers, man. High flyers are great matches.
That's what I said. They're talented,
but I mean, how many of us want Angel Garza's pants? So I mean, come on, tearaway pants. I mean,
those are awesome.
I would love a pair.
Yeah, I used to love those tearaway pants. You can just grab them and rip them off. Oh yeah, I used to love those.
Like hammer pants.
Yeah, those.
Yeah, I love hammer pants.
Yes, who doesn't love those? Those are awesome. I would rock those, man. I would definitely rock those if I could.
I remember every kid in the 8th grade had a pair of those when I was in the 8th grade.
Absolutely. All right. But I'll wait to mention Seth Rollins' attire once we get to SmackDown. Crispy bacon.
Yeah.
How about you suplex us on into that next match?
All right.
Suplex City.
This is for the 24/7 championship. Reggie versus Ricochet, and it was a no contest. Still a good match, but no contest.
Well, Big B shaking his. I know, it's just interesting because 1 week you see Jeff Hardy in the 24/7 picture, and then you see Ricochet in the 24/7 picture, and it ends in a no contest.
It's not that. I mean, Ricochet, I love the guy, but no contest. It's supposed to be whatever. It's got to go.
I know.
It's got to go.
I know that was the thing that was the only thing that I didn't understand about this match is it's 24/7 championship. So it's basically you have to defend at any time, but somehow when people interfere, the match is over.
I don't know. I don't get it.
So
I'm losing my hair over it.
It's kind of like the hardcore title when it was there.
Yeah.
You had to defend the hardcore championship anytime, and you could win anytime, any place. And that's what this 24/7 championship reminds me of. But I didn't understand.
What it's supposed to be like.
Yeah, but I didn't understand why the match ends when somebody gets involved in the match, because you're supposed to defend anytime, any place. But Amy is saying, oh, so she had to point it out. Ace, you have a pair of gold ones.
I was going to bring that up.
I do.
I imagine that.
I do, and actually,
I don't want to see them, but
no. But the last time I wore them, I dressed up like Vanilla Ice, and it was I did.
Oh,
there was a whole story behind it. But I'll get into that later anyway. But so Christy Wilson is saying that Ricochet needs to go to AEW, but that's the thing. Okay,
I don't think it needs to go.
No, I don't.
Go ahead.
No, it's fine.
Go ahead.
I'm not going to get into the AEW thing yet. I'll save that for Tuesday. But anyways,
he doesn't need to go to AEW. He just needs better. He does need to be in the title picture, not the 24/7 title.
Yeah. I saw that match, and I'm like, why is Ricochet?
Yeah.
I think it's because they're trying to figure out something for them to do. So they're trying to at least be like, okay, let's get them in matches so we can get them to do something. Because people want to see him out there. But Reginald is
have him in the gymnastics competition or something. But the 24/7 title, he should not be in.
Right. At least the interesting thing is, though, at least they've kind of cleared up the 24/7 championship a little bit. And what I mean by that, though, is that if you remember when it first came out, it was always changing hands like constantly, but it hasn't been doing that as of late. So they've actually been making it actual matches and everything else. But mess around, what'd you think of this Ricochet and a Reginald match?
Really? You're gonna put Ricochet, guys? How is that in the 24/7 match? Get out of here! There's so much more you could be doing with him. I don't even want to talk about it. It's so ridiculous.
All right, Chris.
No, I agree though.
Yeah.
Chris, how about you?
I mean, they're both talented. They both, high flyers and all that. But, like everybody here, I'm just confused of why Ricochet going up against Reggie. I mean, like you said, Ace, it's probably because they needed something to do with him. I don't know.
They gotta figure out something for him.
Right.
Oh, they do.
To do, and we know that. So they figured, why not put him in a 24/7 championship match to at least give him something to do at this point in time. And so I'm saying that that I also had the blonde highlights. We'll get into that later. And then Gene Carlson is saying that Reggie needs to lose the title. He will at some point. And then Christy Wilson is saying the only thing Reggie can do is flip. Pretty much. I mean, he's a parkour guy. He's like in the background of parkour. That's kind of what he does.
He's kind of like Morrison.
Yeah, he's kind of like John Morrison, but John Morrison is very, very talented.
Oh, yeah.
Like a lot of in-ring skills. So, all right, Chris, go ahead and take us into that next one.
Yeah, the next one's going to be... I don't know. Okay. Keith Lee versus Akira.
Tozawa.
Yeah, thank you.
Get it
All right,
right.
and-
It's Keith Bearcat
Keith-
Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was
I was gonna say, don't forget,
did-
it's Keith the Bearcat Lee.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Keith the Bearcat Lee won.
Of course, because
Of course.
Keith Lee. Well, but I kind of see what they're doing with him now, though. You know, that's why they left him on Raw, because I think that they're going to make him actually. I think they're going to be giving him a push soon. I really do. Once they gave him the name of Keith the Bearcat, they're going to be giving him a push soon.
Yeah, I heard they made him turn heel, or he wanted to turn heel, whichever.
Yes.
But he's heel
So
now.
there is a question though going on around to where, you know, Christy's saying that, you know, what kind of name is Bearcat? Okay, I know a lot of people don't understand it, but there is actually a background to it. So if you look back, if you actually look back in the old days of Bearcat, they actually had a wrestler named Bearcat, which I think Keith Lee was related to, if I do remember. And so he wanted to be remembered after him. So they allowed him to have the name of Keith Bearcat Lee, because he wanted to be recognized after his relative.
So that was a Keith Lee thing, not a WWE thing.
Yeah, no, that was a Keith Lee thing. Keith
Yeah.
Lee wanted that. Keith Lee wanted that.
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
And then I mean, was saying that wasn't really a match. What was the point? It was a squash match, but because I'm saying you see a lot of these bigger guys though, is that that this is kind of what they do. If you remember, you know, when Ryback first came, when Lars Sullivan first came, and all these guys came.
Oh god.
Yeah, and Strowman, they started sticking him against all these tinier guys to give them all these squash matches to make him look stronger. And that's what they're starting to do with Keith Lee now. But obviously it was a squash match. But Master Round, I'll start with you. What do you think?
Good for Keith Lee. I mean, he hasn't been used for months, and it's about time they're doing something with him. I mean, the guy's talented. The stuff he can do for a guy his size is just incredible. He's so super athletic for a guy his size. And I'm not really a big fan of Keith Lee, but I think it's great they're finally doing something with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, Big B, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, turning him heel and reading the reports on the Bearcat name, it sounds like it was his idea. WWE's going with it to see how it works out. I do see him getting like a set of push here. Probably past the mid-card titles, probably go right for that universe or the Big E, go for his title. So I hope they do. I hope they give him a push, because, you know, he is talented, like Messerow said, and, you know, for being a big guy, you know, I think him and Big E could have one heck of a match if it comes down to them two.
Oh, definitely. That would be an incredible match, and I would love to see that. All right, Dragon Viper, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, not much to say about the match, but I mean, I'm just gonna go off of what, you know, they said. You know, I mean, he, you know, I'm glad that he's back. I've liked him, you know, since, you know, I didn't really watch him much in NXT, but when he showed up on Raw, you know, I was a fan of his right away, and you know, it's just it's great to see him back. I thought they were going to release him at one point. The Bearcat name, I'm still trying to get used to it, but it might grow on me as well. So, but yeah, I'm glad to see him back. I'm glad to see him in the ring and on TV. So, and that they didn't release him.
All right, so a few comments we have here that Christy Wilson saying, I love Keith Lee, been a fan of his since he was in NXT. She just doesn't like the nickname of Bearcat. And then, of course, Jean saying that she's just glad that they're letting him win now. Chris, what do you think of this? What do you think of this match?
No, I liked it. I'm glad they brought Keith Lee back, and you know, I like his nickname, you know, or his ring name that he's going with right now to be remembered. You know, hopefully they give him a big push going forward and get him in some title matches.
I just don't get what the point of Tozawa talking afterwards was. That was just Tozawa. I'm going to talk afterwards. All right, Chris. Go
No,
ahead.
but before Chris goes on, we just got breaking news that Viper has another favorite wrestler. He broke it just recently. He said he liked Keith Lee when he came on. So he's up to about 5-6 wrestlers now that he likes.
Yep. He's getting up there now. He's mark this one on your calendar. All right, Chris. All right, go ahead and take us into that next one.
Yeah, so this next match is for the United States Championship. Is Damian Priest going up against Sheamus? And Damian Priest won it.
Yeah, so at first I couldn't figure out why they did this match here, and then once I did research, I figured it out. I don't know if everybody saw that, but before that, I'm glad that they did a Damian Priest and Sheamus match because these guys put on an excellent match together. Like, this is must-see wrestling match right here. Damian Priest and Sheamus are phenomenal when they go up against each other. Oh, yeah. But it turns out that Sheamus is going to be out for a little while because he just had his second surgery now on his nose. And so he's going to be out for a little while again. And it sucks because I want to see more of Damian Priest and Sheamus. I want to see more of it because it is incredible. But Chris, you haven't gone first yet. So what was your thoughts on this?
No, like you said, they're good in the ring. They work good together when they're up against each other. In a match like that. It's sad that Sheamus, I guess, broke his nose for the third time and is going to be out. So who knows where he's going to be drafted coming up. Hopefully we'll see more matches up against these two. So, overall, it was a good match. I liked it.
All right, mess around. How about you?
Yeah, like you're saying, from the first time these guys got in the ring together, they have such excellent chemistry, and you could tell they tell such a great story, and their matches are amazing. Like you said, it's must-see TV. Miz. Shout out there. Must-see. Yeah, I like Damian Priest. I'm glad that he kept the title, even though it sucks that Sheamus is going to be out for a while. Because Sheamus needs another push. He needs to get another shot at the Universal title or the WWE title.
Well, I know that the rumors originally were that they wanted to give him a push, but then he messed up his nose again, and so they had to stop that push that they wanted to give him. But Big B, how about you?
No, you guys said it. These guys could probably wrestle once every other week and we'd enjoy it. But sorry that Sheamus is going to be gone for a while. I'm with you guys. They put on a heck of a match. Now let's see who they pair Priest up against and start his next feud with. We'll see where that goes.
Jeff Hardy, maybe again.
Karrion Kross.
No, won't be.
Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross would be a good one. Yes. I would like to see that.
They faced each other before, so.
But Karrion Kross would be an awesome one. That would be another awesome match. But Dragon Viper, go ahead and give us your thoughts on this match.
I'm right along with you guys. Amazing match. Both amazing competitors.
Wow.
Yeah, it was actually it was pretty much the match of the night. And normally when Damian Priest wrestles, it's one of the matches of the night for me. Amazing athlete. Both of them are. They can get brutal at times, and I like the brutality. So, just overall amazing match and amazing competitors, and hopefully Sheamus gets back and get another match or two with them against each other, and then have them move on. And I know that it won't be Jeff Hardy since Jeff Hardy was, moved to SmackDown. So for Damian's next, opponent. So
unless they end up switching,
way to ruin it, Viper.
Did I just jinx it?
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. All right. Well, anyway.
Sorry.
No, anyway. All right, Chris, go ahead and take us into that next one.
All right, the next matchup is going to be, let's see, Okay. Veer, Veer, Jinder Mahal, and Shanky going up against Jeff Hardy, Mansoor, and Mustafa Ali in a 6-man tag team match. Veer, Jinder Mahal, and Shanky won.
Sorry, I just love that name, Shaky.
Right. Shanky. Shanky.
I just love the name Shanky.
Shanky.
I love it. Hey guys, meet my tag team partners. This is Veer. This is Shanky. I love it. It's Veer and Shanky. I mean, Shanky is just such an awesome name. I don't know. I just think it's freaking hilarious. But overall, the 6-man tag team match, I'm glad that actually Jeff Hardy was actually put with Mansoor and Mustafa Ali, because Mustafa Ali, he's talented, Mansoor's talented, and Jeff Hardy's talented. But we know Jeff Hardy right now, because of the age he's getting and he's starting to slow down a little bit, he can't do the things he used to do. But still, overall, I still think that it was a good match. But I'm sorry, Chrissy Wilson's comment was, "What kind of name is Shanky?" I get it, funny, but welcome in, William Hudson. He's joining us. He's here tonight. Hello, William. Welcome to the show. We're just talking about the 6-man tag match. We're talking about good old Shanky. All right, so.
Yeah.
All right, mess around, Dave. Give me your thoughts on this 6-man tag match with the good old Shanky.
I like how when they were backstage and Mansoor and Mustafa were talking about tagging with Jeff Hardy. He's like, yeah, if he was here, I would say this. And Jeff Hardy's like, comes up, he's like, what would you say?
That you're good, you're awesome,
I'm looking forward to tagging with you. That was great. I like the match. I would have rather seen Jeff Hardy than win. Shanky, come on, Shanky.
So William Hudson saying, I smoked some Shanky one time behind a little house. All right, so Chris, so what was your thoughts on the 6-man tag match?
No, it was a good match. Like you said, everybody's talented. Everybody, Jeff Hardy's slowing down a little bit because of his age, but they're still good, and it was a good match overall.
Hold up, though. I never said, the one thing I did not say was, I never said that Shanky and Veer were talented. I simply just said I like Shanky's name. I just said I like his name. I never said they were talented. I don't know enough about Veer and Shanky yet to,
Right.
All right, but anyways, Dragon Viper, go ahead and give me your thoughts.
I didn't care for it.
Oh, surprise! Shocker!
Surprise.
Spoiler.
The only one I actually cared about in that match that I wanted to see was Jeff Hardy. Everybody else, I don't care about. I didn't really care much for this match. So that's all I got.
You wanted to see Shanky.
Shanky reminds me of Chuck from the Goonies. Hey, you guys.
Yeah. Anyways, so William Hudson is saying, I fell asleep for a couple days. It was wild. And then he's also saying, I didn't even know anyone there. Right. So, all right. So, Big B, you can give us your thought on the 6-man tag match and Shanky.
No, I mean, it was I guess a decent match. I mean, we all pointed that Hardy's getting up there. He can't do the things he does, but still enjoy watching him. I would say his team probably enjoyed teaming with him. It's probably an honor to team with the tag team legend. I think Shanky needs to be rebranded into some kind of like rap star, and his finisher move should be like the Shanky leg drop or something. But yeah, so kind of disappointed those 3 won, but you got to push them somehow.
Yeah.
Let Shanky take over, be the leader, the Shanky group.
Shanky group.
I can't even with that name anymore.
And instead of I got the shanky leg.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah, the shaky leg.
All right. So Chris,
Moving on.
go ahead and take us into that next one.
All right, the next match is going to be Karrion Kross going up against Jackson Ryder, and Karrion Kross won.
Jackson Riker, man, he got actually manhandled pretty fast there by Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross they're building Karrion Kross up to be the man. You know, they're really building that guy up. So
I said it months ago.
and you know what, you might see him in the United States title picture pretty soon. You just very well might. But
Right.
Shanky Mania, running wild, brother. That's right. All right. So
Oh God.
all right.
you
So
told me.
Dragon Viper, what did you think?
I actually enjoyed this match.
Oh,
I'm starting to like Cross, and big guy, brutal kind of character there, and so and I would like to actually see him versus Priest on Raw. So great match too, so.
Great match. Well, it was kind of another short match too.
It was.
Yeah, it was another short one. All right,
I don't like Jackson Riker, but I was even saying that he did okay too. But yeah, I enjoy Karrion Kross though. So
Karrion Kross, absolutely. All right, Big B, how about you?
I mean, it was one of those matches where, you don't know what to do with Jackson Riker. Since he left Elias's side, kind of been a lost, forgotten guy. They bring him in for these matches. Karrion Kross, they're building up to be a big guy, a strong guy, and I think William just said he's the missing demolition member 30 years ago. We knew Karrion Kross was going to win. I wish they would have had Riker put up more of a fight and made it a decent match instead of a semi-squash match.
Yeah, but you got to think right now they're trying to build up Kross, so that's why.
I get it. I mean,
all right. So Mess Around, how about you? We're changing your name. You're no longer going to be Mess Around. You're going to be Shanky now.
We're not doing that. We are not doing that.
Shanky around.
How about we just go Shanky Mess Around?
Okay.
We're not doing that. Anyways, I said it months ago back when we the Karrion Kross was going to be the next big thing when he was back in NXT. And I still believe he's going to be the next big thing. The only problem with Karrion Kross is he's terrible on the mic. They need to bring Scarlett up so he has a mouthpiece.
Yeah, and that's what Christy was saying, that Kross still needs Scarlett back. And it may happen at some point, because if he needs that mouthpiece, if he needs somebody to talk for him, they'll figure it out. They'll put somebody with Kross to make it happen.
That's the only thing he's missing, because he's terrible on the mic. The guy's, I don't know, he doesn't have it on the mic. He needs that mouthpiece.
All right.
I'll bring Leo Rush in to be the mouthpiece. Come on.
And then,
yes, do it.
And then Lou. So welcome in, Lou. Lou is here tonight. Welcome, Lou. Welcome in. Glad you can make it. And then William Hudson is talking about your short list of wrestlers, him too. And then I'm also saying the Shanky Viper. Yep, the Shanky Viper. Okay. And then William Hudson is saying, I bet Mess Around has smoked some Shanky. I might have seen him there behind that little house.
Oh, that was you? I thought that was you. God, man. You could have some good times. That's just said I.
All right, Chris, go ahead and take us into that next one, huh?
Yeah, so the next match is going to be AJ Styles with Omos going up against Riddle, and AJ Styles won, which we kind of all knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, so from what I've read but overall this match was good, but from what I've seen though is that Randy Orton hasn't been there because he's not medically cleared right now. There's something going on with Randy Orton that he's not medically cleared. I don't know what it is, but
he's hearing voices in his head again.
Yeah, he's got something going on. And yes, William Hudson, I'm there with you. I'm a huge fan of AJ Styles, huge fan of Styles. And so I was glad to see him in this match. I do want to see him with one more championship run before he decides to retire. Overall, though, I like this match. Big B, I'm going to start with you on this. What did you think?
Yeah, I mean, AJ Styles phenomenal. We got it, and Riddle's pretty decent. I know Viper's probably gonna, have a hard time saying that, but I don't think AJ needs Omos. I don't know why he's there. AJ could do it on his own. I mean, it was a good match, like you said, Ace, and like Chris said. I mean, we kind of figured it was either going to be AJ winning or maybe a disqualification where Riddle won, but overall, I think it was a good match.
They don't want none. They don't want none.
They don't want none.
All right. Dragon Viper, how about
runs
you?
in place.
What?
Did you just smoke some shanky?
No,
or something?
Messeram was saying something at the same time you were, so.
What? Were you just smoking some shanky that you lost paying attention or what? Okay.
No. Okay, I hated this match. It shouldn't have happened at all. No. I thought it was a good match. AJ did well. I, again, don't care about Riddle, so I'm not even going to mention him. But AJ did very well in this match. I was glad to see AJ win. And it's like everybody else keeps saying that AJ does not need Omos because AJ can, do all this on his own if need be. So.
Bro. All right. Messeram, how about you?
They did my boy dirty. How dare you do Riddle like that? No, I didn't expect Riddle to beat AJ. I mean, AJ, like you said, he's phenomenal. And if you think about it, he's always had someone with him. He had the Good Brothers with him for a while.
Mm-hmm.
The Balor Club, Bullet Club or whatever. So he's always had someone with him, but he doesn't need it. I don't know why they keep putting people with him.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean,
Well,
I think it's to help people. I don't think it's to help him. I think it's for him to help people. I think that's what it is.
Makes sense.
Chris, what about you?
Yeah. No, it was a good match. I mean, like everybody said, I think we all figured that AJ Styles was going to win. Riddle put up a good fight, though. I mean, he had some opportunities, but overall, AJ Styles, ended all of that. So,
All right, so we have a few comments here. William Hudson saying, like a Mack truck, don't get run over. Christy Wilson's also saying, I love AJ's entrance music. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
it is good. I like it.
And
Yeah.
then Lou saying, I think Dragon Viper sees Smurf running around in his room. I think he might. And then William Hudson saying, oh, Dragon Viper, bro. Absolutely. And then, William is also saying Omos will get put over by AJ. He will.
I think so. Yeah.
All right, Crispy Bacon.
All right. And
You're our bacon guy, so take us into that next one.
All right. The next match is going to be Charlotte Flair going up against Doudrop in a women's Raw Championship match, and Charlotte Flair retains. But this was Doudrop's idea, apparently.
Yeah, it was, but it's still okay. It's still interesting to see Doudrop, see somebody else against Charlotte.
Yeah.
But I figured that Charlotte was going to win. I figured that she was. I didn't really see anything different going on. But Big V, I'll start with you. I don't think that this really surprised you either.
No. What surprised me more is what happened with the draft, but for Charlotte. But outside of that, you knew Charlotte was going to win. Maybe thought Bliss would come out, but rumor has it she's taking time off. So, outside chance, I thought maybe they give it to Doudrop to kind of get it off of Charlotte. But outside of that, it was, as Viper was saying, didn't really care for it. But, it was good to see Doudrop get a chance, I guess.
All right, so welcome in Nicholas Burnett. He's saying, "What's up, everybody? What is up, Nicholas? Hope you're having a great night. Welcome in. Thank you for being here." All right, mess around. This comes to you. What'd you think?
What are we talking about again? I think I had too much Yankee. I don't know.
We're talking about Charlotte versus Doudrop.
Well, that's why I didn't care. It's Charlotte. Honestly, I was hoping she would have got drafted to AEW. I can't stand Charlotte. I don't like talking about her matches, but since it's what we do here, Charlotte is the opportunity. She is the best women's wrestler probably of all time, and it hurts me to say that, but it's true.
It's true.
She's great at what she does in the ring. I thought the match was good until Eva Marie came out and, cost Doudrop the match. But did anybody expect Doudrop to win? Probably not.
Oh, it's true. It's true. It's damn true. Okay, so Nicholas Burnett is actually saying that Charlotte is trash. So, I think a lot of people kind of get tired of Charlotte just mainly because of how many, championships and stuff that she's won. And I think that's why people actually have a problem with it. But she is probably the most talented diva that's currently there.
Oh, yeah.
Just with what she does. All right. I think we're on Dragon Viper.
No. I didn't care. I'm gonna say it. I didn't care. Charlotte, you sit there and you say that people don't care about the championships. You know what? That's partially right. The other reason why I can't stand Charlotte is her ego. I mean, it's a character she's playing, whatever, but it's just the point of her ego is so big. She is overrated like The Miz. And, it's like, wow. But Charlotte is trash. I agree with Nicholas on that. And she just needs to go away. She really does. She should just be done.
Wow. I don't know what to tell you. Chris, how about you just take us to that next thing? Because that's ridiculous, man.
All right. The final match, the main event match of the evening for Raw, is going to be Big E versus Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship in a steel cage, and Big E won.
Yeah, Big E. And you know what? It's good that Big E won this, but we know how this is going to end up turning out anyways. Big E is going to end up facing Bobby Lashley again, I think, anyways, at some point. And the steel cage match, it even made it better. That's what even made it better. And him being able to hit the big ending off the top rope was even better yet. I love that. That was probably the best part of the match right there. Dragon Viper, I'll start with you because this was – it was action-packed, but it was action-packed inside and outside the ring.
Yeah, I like this match. It was a really great match, and I would have liked to see either one win it. Honestly, people are irritated with Lashley, but he is talented. Lashley is talented at with what he does, but I'm just kind of wondering what they're going to do with the whole Goldberg thing, because if Big E is champion and Goldberg wants to go after Lashley for what Lashley did, with his son and everything, I'm wondering how they're going to play it out. Maybe a triple threat. I don't know, but yeah, it should be interesting.
No, it's coming. It's coming. I think Survivor Series, you might see it again. The rematch from Goldberg and Bobby Lashley. It just won't be for a title. It'll just be one of those things.
But do you see Goldberg in a match like Lesnar? Do you see Goldberg actually going for not going for a title?
Goldberg, I could, just because of what Lashley did to his son. That's why. That's the only reason I could see it. If they wouldn't have done that storyline, then I would say no. But because they did that one, I could say yes. I will say yes on that one. And so William Hudson saying Big E is generally a great person, very, very deserving. He is. He's been very deserving of that.
Yeah.
You deserve it.
I'm saying that Lashley is overrated, and then of course William Hudson is saying Goldberg. Okay, mess around. What do you think of this?
I really liked the match. It was really back and forth. There was moments where they both dominated and showed their power. There was times when he thought Lashley was going to walk out the door and win, and then ultimately Big E retained, which is a good move for them because they're not going to do a title match with Goldberg. That's straight up. That's going to be a street fight and all-out brawl. They don't need a title for that.
Oh, absolutely. They don't. All right. Big B, how about you?
No, it was a good match for the second time I go around with those guys inside the steel cage. I'm still impressed that the turnbuckle held up for those two guys, but it wouldn't hold up for the Demon Balor, but no, for that, it was a good, good showing, good match. Outside action was good. Both New Day and Hurt Business both interfered and, did some good action outside. You guys are talking about Goldberg and Lashley don't need a title. You're right. They don't. I still believe that they're going to do a tag match somehow, and it's going to be Goldberg and his son versus MVP and Lashley. And I think Lashley and MVP are going to get the title soon when MVP comes back. And I think it's going to be a tag title match. I really believe it.
I could see that too. All right, Chris, how about you?
I really believe that.
No, it was a good match. It was a good way to end the show on Monday night, and I'm glad for Big E to win it. And I just feel like, Bobby Lashley, I don't think he's going to have another chance against Big E.
All right. Well, we're at that time. I realize, we're not at the hour mark yet, so we're not going to break down, all of SmackDown. We're going to talk a little bit about the draft and then some kind of key points, that happened on SmackDown, like, the Beast, the Beast making his appearance again on SmackDown. How can you not love it when the Beast comes out, when his music hits, and he takes his reigns and the Usos to Suplex City? I love it.
Suplex City.
Yes, I love it when he takes them to Suplex City. I love it. It is the greatest. But, of course, we can start out a little bit about what you guys thought SmackDown-wise for the draft. And so, mess around. I'll start out with you. What was your overall thoughts so far about, the way that the draft was panning out so far on SmackDown?
We talked about this a little bit before we came on, and I just think it's stupid how, you're going to do a draft, but then you're going to come out and say, oh, the number one pick is Roman Reigns drafted SmackDown. He's already on SmackDown. It's stupid. You're going to have draft. You should draft guys that are on Raw and bring over SmackDown, not
But if you remember, though, this is the way that they used to do the draft.
Yep.
Like when they originally started, they started it to where you could pick anybody, especially if you wanted them to stay on that brand. You would have to pick them to stay on that brand. So
they're just free agents.
They're
free agents.
Part of it.
The champions should stay on their show. That should be a given.
Yeah, but sometimes they like to mix around the champions.
They do.
Yeah, just to make for more storylines. That's why they took Charlotte and put her on SmackDown, because they said they want to put her against some new opponents instead of keeping her with the same opponents.
But wouldn't she be like SmackDown Women's Champion?
No, no, they could just change it.
They'll probably just change the belts.
Becky's probably going to get drafted to Raw, and they'll probably switch titles.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Now she's on SmackDown.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what's going to end up happening anyways, is that'll end up happening. But Chris, did you like the draft?
It was okay. Like everybody's saying, there's some questionable moves, but it wasn't bad.
All right, Big B, what about you?
Yeah, so far I don't know which way they're going. I mean, you got New Day going to SmackDown. You got Ray and Dominic going to Raw. You got Charlotte with the title going to SmackDown. So most likely tomorrow we'll see Becky Lynch get drafted to Raw, probably the first pick. So Rock can make that statement. Yeah, right now I don't. No, there's no move that really impressed. I mean, Drew McIntyre going to SmackDown was probably a good pick, I think, but
Yeah.
some of the other ones I think are just like, why did you do that? Why, So we'll see how the storylines pan out, but right now I'm not liking what they've done.
There's a couple, or there's a tag team that came from NXT.
My favorite part so far has got to be Commander Azizi getting drafted. I want to see him and Omos face off.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be a good one.
that is going to be really good actually. And Nicholas Burnett, I do remember reading about that. Is that it's saying that Fox actually wanted Charlotte to come to SmackDown. I do remember that.
Yeah.
I do remember that Fox wanted her there.
Yeah.
And so I know that that's kind of why they made the switch. But I do like the whole switching every now and then because it does build for different storylines. So I do like that.
Mm-hmm.
But Dragon Viper, how about you? What do you think of the draft so far?
I didn't care for it.
Surprise.
The one thing that I don't understand is why put Mace and T-Bar on different shows. They're not going to survive alone on their own. They're just not. Why split them up? They were better as a team. Now I see what's going to happen. They're going to end up getting lost in the shuffle, and then they're going to end up releasing them.
You're tired.
So it makes no sense for that. And then you bring the tag team another tag team I can't stand, Ray and Dominic. You bring them to Raw. Why not split them up? I want to see Dominic get lost and go away. Ray can do his own thing, and the same thing with Riddle and Randy. Split them up. Whatever.
So
I'm not really happy with it.
So Christy Wilson is saying, I wonder if Charlotte loses the Raw Women's title so that she can eventually challenge for the SmackDown. I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're just going to end up switching. I really do.
That's what they did last year with the New Day and Street Profits. All they did was switch the belts.
Yeah,
Like
and I
one
think
was okay.
And I think that's what will end up happening again. And then William Hudson is saying, what Fox wants, they get. And that's pretty much they do. Whatever Fox wants, they get it. Because they are kind of that money-making show. So whatever they want.
But these changes don't take effect right away, right? It takes effect after Crown Jewel.
On Friday Night SmackDown after Crown Jewel.
Yeah. So of course, the last few things that we want to touch on for SmackDown, because I told you guys that I want to talk about this because I thought that this was. What do you guys think about Seth Rollins appearing at Edge's house, going in, grabbing the apple, being like, "Oh, check this out." He's enjoying the apple. He's drinking the orange juice, kicking back, relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
straight out the carton too.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Who does that?
That was awesome. And his suit. I mean, his suits have got to be some of the best suits I have ever seen, man.
I think Hugh Hefner wore that suit beforehand.
Hey, Seth Rollins' suits are awesome, though. You have to like his suits. Those are fantastic suits.
They are.
They are, man.
Wow. Randy wants one.
Welcome in, Larry. It's good to see you. And then Christy Wilson is saying Seth being in Edge's house was a stupid segment.
I didn't think it was.
No, I liked it. I liked it because it brought that more personal aspect to it. It really brought in the personal side of things now. And so now you can really see the personal
and then Edge making
the rivalry go.
The only thing I didn't like about it is it's been done so many times before. You had Samoa Joe going to Edge's house,
Yeah.
Randy going to Hunter's house.
Yeah.
You know, it's been done before.
Yeah, but I just thought it was
It's been a
cool
while.
this time how Seth did it, with the whole apple and ooh, check this out, a nice little apple, and he's just
Yeah, he's all kicked back on the reclining chair. That was funny. Yeah.
just eating
And
the
then he
apple.
throws the apple away.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks at the kids' artwork like, "Aw." Not good
Well-
artist though.
Well, thank God he looks like Beth.
Those drawings are terrible.
Wow.
Thank God she looks like Beth. And then of course, because I was so excited about it, the Beast, the one and only Beast incarnate, making his comeback again on SmackDown and declaring that yes, he is a free agent because of Paul Heyman. And you know what? That means, you know what that means? The Beast does what the Beast wants.
That's right.
And I'm like, yes, that's right.
Who's gonna tell him any different?
No, and so that's what was so funny though. If you remember when Jeff Hardy was backstage going to do his little interview, and Brock Lesnar walks up and Jeff's like, "Aye," and then he stops and like walks away, and I'm like, yeah, that's right. You know why? Because Brock does what Brock wants, and that's what it is. He's the Beast incarnate.
Yeah.
He deserves it. He's the Beast.
Doesn't deserve nothing.
Dude, Brock Lesnar, he sells tickets, man. Like, you don't understand. The dude is a moneymaker. He sells freaking tickets.
So are others.
What?
So are others.
Brock Lesnar, though, I'm telling you, dude, Brock Lesnar is like, he's right now, he's like one of the cash cows, bro.
He is the attraction.
I'm telling you, dude, he is the cash cow when it comes to, like, when Brock comes back, dude, like, the place goes crazy because he comes back. He is a cash cow. Why do you think Vince never wants Brock Lesnar to go anywhere else? Because he brings in that money. Like, Vince knows where Brock goes, it's money. Like, that's what it is. As much as you may not like him, you have to admit, dude, this guy is a moneymaker. He is.
I will go out on a limb, and Brock Lesnar is probably this generation's version of Hulk Hogan. Every time he shows up, it's money.
Wow.
Oh yeah, no, dude, Randy.
It is, Viper, and I'm a big Hogan fan.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Wherever Brock shows up, it's money. I mean, and William, you can agree with me too. I mean, so.
Yeah, and so William is saying, Brock versus Lashley is money waiting to be made. Absolutely, it really is, because everybody has wanted to see Brock versus Lashley, and I think eventually you're going to see it like that. That is money that's sitting right there, ready to be made. Brock Lesnar is the man. Like,
that's WrestleMania main event attraction right there.
Okay, so I got a question. And
Yeah.
I know we're against time, but
it's fine.
Wherever Lashley goes, do you think Lesnar would follow?
No, because it's like you said though. Like, Brock Lesnar is a free agent, which basically means for him, he's not going to sign. And this is the thing: like, WWE wants to make him a free agent because both networks want him. Like, both networks are saying, I want Brock here, and Fox saying, I want Brock here. But the thing is Vince is like, well, I got to make money on both shows, so I got to do something. So they have to make him a free agent to be like, Brock is free to go to whatever show he wants to.
What'd be awesome is they made him a double title holder on both shows, Universal and the WWE Championship.
That would be awesome. So William Hudson is saying big money Brock. He's the big money. And and the Christy Wilson is saying he doesn't have the charisma that Hogan does. He does. He just doesn't.
No, it's the popularity. I mean, nobody's going to have the charisma like Hogan. Hogan, I mean, he's the money guy in his day. Brock Lesnar is that guy now. I mean, you put Brock Lesnar, Goldberg versus Lashley and Roman Reigns. That match is going to be a stellar match. I mean, it's going to bring in the dollars. So
And even Nick is saying, I love me some Brock. Absolutely. I've waited and I've talked to Mess Around Dave about this forever. I've wanted Brock to return forever. I've been sitting there going, I cannot wait for Lesnar to come back.
I don't know. We said for months that Brock is the only thing that can save Raw or SmackDown right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's true. And Brock was that guy. And so and Nick is saying especially Money in the Bank boombox Brock. You know, when
that was awesome.
That was awesome. He come out with the boombox. That was classic. That was definitely classic. And then William Hutt saying Rock and Austin drew more money than Hogan in reality. They did, but because you have to look at the Rock right now was not only big in WWE, but he's like one of the biggest box office attractions on Hollywood side ever. Like the dude just brings in massive money and has a massive following.
Yeah, but you also got to think back then they didn't have the merchandising they do today. They didn't have a way to get it out like they do today, like online and all that.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's just in popularity. You know, Hogan coming back all the time is. I mean, just look at WrestleMania when him and Titus O'Neil were together. Hogan got a big pop. Brock Lesnar comes back. He's got that big pop. Heck, The Rock comes back. He's going to have a huge pop. I mean, Austin will have a huge pop. You know, so, I mean, they're all going to get their pops because everybody wants them back.
And Nicholas Burdett saying, I was at SummerSlam when he returned this summer, and the pop was enormous. Like, it was. Oh. That pop it got so loud in there. When Brock's music hit, I was like, oh, my God. It was so loud. I was like, man, that was such an enormous pop, dude. But anyway, like that was the main gist of SmackDown of the things that, you know, we really wanted to talk about. And I know Dragon Viper would never agree with us on the Brock Lesnar part, and that's fine. You know, when
everybody's got to be wrong. I mean,
right. We're just trying to explain to you, Dragon Viper, how this viewership and stuff works and how Brock brings the viewerships, which he does. And so, because, and if you don't,
Viper, I know. Here's a match for you, and I want to see who you would pick: Brock Lesnar versus Brock Lesnar versus Matt Riddle. Who would you pick?
Oh my God, I would pick Lesnar.
Okay, so you don't hate him that much.
Exactly. But if you remember though, Dragon Viper, to show you how this guy can draw ratings. Remember when SmackDown was like, oh, Lesnar's going to be here, and it was like the week after SummerSlam, and he didn't appear, and everyone's like, what the heck? Lesnar wasn't there? And like people were watching because they thought that Lesnar was going to be there, and he didn't show up, and people like, really? And then he appeared. It was like 2 weeks later. I'm like, yeah, that's what Brock means. Like that definitely.
Brock shows up and Brock wants to show up.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Brock does what Brock wants. But anyways, so that's the end of the show. We do want to thank all of our viewers for watching, but we're going to go around the room one more time to give your final thoughts. Chris, I'll start with you. What are your final thoughts?
Thank you guys for watching, tuning in, leaving comments. We all enjoyed that. Make sure to stay with Coast to Coast. We got great shows. Tuesday Night Mania is coming up this week. And we got Between the Ropes interview coming up on that day in the morning. So we also have On Deck. We got great shows, so just tune in.
All right, Metzran, how about you?
Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for the comments, and you are the reason we do what we do here, so we appreciate you.
Absolutely. And then, of course, all right, I'm going to regret this, but Dragon Viper, go ahead.
Yo, I don't know why you're regretting it. No, I want to thank everybody for.
Because it's you?
Whoa. Yeah, okay. But I want to thank everybody for watching, for commenting, and for Chris for producing and, you know, doing what he does. And I hope everybody has a good night.
All right, and yes, so of course, it's just like Chris was saying, you know, we have the whole Tuesday Night Mania coming up, but before I let everybody know about that, Big B, go ahead and give your
Yeah,
final.
just thanks everybody for joining us. It's always great to hear you guys' comments, see you guys, interact with us, and yeah, keep joining us each day. We got something special, different topics for everybody. Tuesday we got On Deck, Tuesday Night Mania, the special interview. So we got a lot going on. Just and it's all due to you guys because we wouldn't be doing this if we weren't getting any fan feedback. So thank you all.
Yeah, and so don't forget Tuesday, another episode of Tuesday Night Mania. We have a lot of exciting stuff to talk about on Tuesday Night Mania. We do have that special. Thank you, Chris, for bringing that up. That special interview that we have on Tuesday morning. We actually have. He is actually the founder of Quater Wrestling. So of QWS. So very, very interesting. It's going to be a great interview. And I know these guys are going to put on a great interview. I know they're going to ask lots of great questions. So look forward to that on Tuesday morning. It's going to be 9 Pacific, 11 Central, and 12 Eastern. So if you guys want to catch that, you can catch it right here on Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. And then don't forget Tuesday Night Mania. So with that, I hope everybody has a fantastic night. And we will see you again for another episode of Between the Ropes. Have a good night.
Good night.